Yo, my real ones. Yo, Jaybo gang. What it do? And hey, we back with another video. And hey, as y'all can see by the title and thumbnail, we got how to break free. What am I talking about? The myth that keeps you trapped, Jaybo gang. And hey, Jaybo gang, we finna go ahead and hop straight into this reaction today. As y'all know, this is my spiritual channel, so I got another spiritual video for y'all today, Jaybo gang. Hey, let's go ahead and hop straight into it, my real ones. You know, if you don't already, go follow my main channel, Jaybo gang. Let's get it. It will be right here, Jaybo gang. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's go ahead and hop straight into this today. I'm not finna waste y'all time. I'm not finna hold y'all up. Let's get into it, Jaybo gang. Real ones, my real ones. Let's get into it. Oh, hey, we got The Myth That Keeps You Trapped by Alan Watts. Jaybo gang. Let's get into it. Damn, why this shit so goddamn loud, bro? The myth of reality.
The first thing, though, that we have to do is...
And hey, Jaybo gang, I'm gonna kind of like narrate over this video, since this is like my spiritual channel and like I usually don't drop reactions on here. Hey, I'm gonna narrate over this.
Perspectives. And
it's a reason I'm dropping this on this video on this channel. I mean,
about the basic ideas which influence our everyday common sense. Our fundamental notions about what life is about.
Let's see what he's talking about.
Ideas of the world which are built into the very nature of the language we use and of our ideas of logic and of what makes sense altogether. And these basic ideas I call myth, not using the word myth.
So, Jaybo gang, pretty much what he's saying right now is like the myth that you've been told that you're supposed to sit here and work the rest of your life and slave and not enjoy your life. That's what pretty much what he's breaking down. You are supposed to enjoy your life. You are supposed to. I'm not saying life is supposed to be easy. Life is not supposed to be peaches and cream. But you were not meant here. It's like, as you can see in this picture right here, as he went from a kid all happy enjoying life to sitting straight behind a computer and having a lump back towards the end of his life. That is not the life you're supposed to be living. You're supposed to be living a life where you look like a kid and you grow up to look even more happier. Life isn't peaches and cream, bro, but
untrue.
You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be like this.
The word myth in a more powerful sense. A myth is an image in terms of which we try to make sense of the world.
So as you can see, it's all these people with clocks over their head. Pretty much people just living on false time. Something that's false. Time is false. You feel what I'm saying?
It's hostility to the external world because of the superstition, the myth, the absolutely unfounded theory that you yourself exist only inside your skin. Now, I want to propose another idea altogether. If you think that you are only inside your skin, you define yourself as one very complicated little curlicue, way out in space and way out in time. Billions of years ago, you were a big bang. But now you're a complicated human being.
Mm-hmm.
But so we define ourselves as being only that. And then we cut ourselves off and don't feel that we're still the Big Bang. But you are. Depends how you define yourself. You are the Big Bang.
Why he uses? Is this supposed to be a girl or a boy? Not bullshit. What the hell?
Whoever you are. See, when I meet you,
oh shit,
I see not just what you define yourself as, Mr. So-and-so, Miss So-and-so, Mrs. So-and-so. I see every one of you as the primordial energy of the universe coming on at me in this particular way. I know I'm that too.
Hey, Jaybo gang, so pretty much what he's saying right now is like we're all one. You feel what I'm saying? We were all created out of one big bang, but we limit ourselves and we cut ourselves off. We cut ourselves off just to that, and just by doing that, we cut ourselves off from what we are very much more than just humans. We're more than just, you know what I'm saying, what we think we are. You feel what I'm saying?
We've learned to define ourselves as separate from it. You and I are all as much continuous with the physical universe as a wave is continuous with the ocean. The ocean waves and the universe peoples.
You feel what I'm saying? Hey, then I just say, like I said, we all are one. You feel how I'm saying? He has this right here to feel. What am I talking about, Jaybo Gang? My bad, y'all. I just woke up. I'm trying to still wake up, and I shouldn't be trying to wake up midway through the video. But like I was saying, is he has this water drop in like a box, and has I'm separate over it because the water drop feels like I just said, it feels like it's not connected. When once again everything, including us, are all one. You feel what I'm saying? So this water drop feels separate from what it's truly one with. You feel what I'm saying? And that's an example of how us humans feel we are. We're separate when we're all just one.
Wave, I wave at you and say, you. The world is waving at me with you. And saying, hi, I'm here. But the way we feel and sense our existence, being based on a myth.
You feel? You see? So you see that? I like these examples that he's doing. You see this leaf right here? When you got this whole tree, and you got this whole tree stump, it's all one. It's growing together. It might be going different ways. They might be blown. The leaves might be blowing different ways, but it's still connected to that leaf. You feel what I'm saying?
That we are parts, that we are things. Our consciousness has been.
Hey, Jaybo Gang. The point of me talking over him and talking over this video is just to kind of help narrate, because some people might not get what he's saying, but I do. You feel what I'm saying?
So that each one of us.
That's why I'm here to narrate it for y'all.
We feel we have been hypnotized, literally hypnotized, by social convention into feeling and sensing that we exist only inside our skins. That we are not the original bang, but just something out on the end of it. And therefore we are scared stiff. Because my wave is going to disappear. And I'm going to die. And that would be awful. You are a fluke.
So basically what he's saying is, what the world has told us is that we're pretty much going to disappear and die. But that is a fluke, like he just said. It is not life when you die. Okay, better way. Since my people watching this, if you know the song "Digits" by Young Thug, what do he say? Nigga, horses don't stop, they keep going. Hold on, you can lose your life, but it's gonna keep going. And that was a bar right there. You can lose your life, but it's gonna keep going. My real ones, Jaybo Gang. That's pretty much. This is what you saying. This is what he's saying. After you leave this planet, after you leave this reality, your life doesn't stop. It keeps going. Just not in this reality no more. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, that's pretty much what he's saying right here.
You are a separate event.
I'm gonna try to stop. I'm gonna slow down a little bit, but hopefully y'all get the point of this video.
That's it, baby. Now, why does anybody think that way? There's no reason to, because it isn't even scientific. It's just a myth. If there is any such thing at all as intelligence and love and beauty, well, you found it in other people. In other words, it exists in us as human beings. And as I said, if it is there in us, it is symptomatic of the scheme of things. We are as symptomatic of the scheme of things as the apples are symptomatic of the apple tree or the rose of the rose bush. When, as a scientist, you describe the behavior of a living organism, you try to say what a person does. It's the only way in which you can describe what a person is. Describe what they do. Then you find out that in making this description, you cannot confine yourself to what happens inside the skin. So if that is necessary, if in other words, in order to describe my behavior, I have to describe your behavior and the behavior of the environment, it means that we've really got one system of behavior. That what I am involves what you are. I don't know who I am unless I know who you are.
So pretty much what he's saying right here, Jaybo Gang, is I don't know. So I need to. This is really reaction. I need to learn something too. I don't know everything. I'm not bullshit.
You don't know who you are unless you know who I am. In other words,
you don't know who. So Jaybo Gang, he pretty much just tying back to the point where he says we are not separate. If you, let's go back.
You are. I don't know who I am unless I know who you are.
I don't know who I am unless I know who you are. I don't know who I am unless I know who you are. I don't know who I am unless I know who you are. So Jaybo gang, he's pretty much saying, I don't know who I am unless you know who you are. Just goes back to the point of saying how we are all one. We all share one consciousness in different entities, not different entities, different souls, different bodies. We are all one consciousness living in different souls and different bodies. That's all it is, Jaybo gang. Is when you really dive into this woke shit, yes, it goes deep. Yes, it gets kind of confusing, but it all ties back to one thing. We are all one consciousness living in different souls and different bodies, earthly bodies. Our souls are inevitable, spiritual, but our bodies are here to experience. You feel what I'm saying? So our souls are connected. Our consciousness, souls and consciousness is connected. So he's basically saying, I don't know who I know I'm just talking. Let me just let the video play, Jaybo gang, because I'm still learning too.
I am unless I know who you are. And you don't know who you are unless you know who I am. In other words, we're not separate. We and our environment, and all of us and each other, are interdependent systems. We know who we are in terms of other people. We all lock together. And any good scientist knows
pretty much kind of what I was trying to say, Jaybo gang,
is as much you as your own body. But the problem is, you see, we haven't been taught to feel that way. The myths underlying our culture and underlying our common sense have not taught us to feel identical with the universe.
Nasty.
But only parts of it, only in it, only confronting it, aliens. And we are, I think, quite urgently in need of...
Jaybo gang, my thing on aliens is we are the aliens. That's why they call us aliens, because we are the aliens. We're the ones who came here and they didn't know who we were. You feel what I'm saying?
Coming to feel
we were the Christ consciousness that fell
the eternal universe,
from God.
Each one of us. Otherwise, we're going to go out of our heads. You see, the problem.
Oh, it's a second part. It's a long video, Jaybo gang. I ain't gonna lie.
We identify in our experience a differentiation between what we do and what happens to us.
I'm gonna just be quiet this part. I guess it's part two.
We have a certain number of actions that we define as voluntary. We feel in control of those. And then over against that, there is all those things that are involuntary. But the dividing line between these two is very arbitrary. Because, for example, when you move your hand, you feel that you decide whether to open it or to close it. But then ask yourself, how do you decide? When you decide to open your hand, do you first decide to decide? You don't, do you? You just decide, and how do you do that?
How do you do that?
You don't know how you do it. Is it voluntary or involuntary? Let's consider breathing. You can feel that you breathe deliberately. You can control your breath. But when you don't think about it, it goes on.
And Jaybo gang, this is like perfect example right here. This image of a person being in somebody's head, that's your higher self. You feel what I'm saying? The person right here in this guy's head or whoever this is, that is his higher self. And we all have that. Well, most of us do. A lot of people who on this, or some people on this planet don't have that. And I don't really know what to say, because guess what, Jaybo gang, yeah, we got that. And I know the people that are watching this video probably right now have that too. So I'm talking to my real ones. Like I said, we all have that higher self, and this is what the higher self is.
Is it voluntary or involuntary? And so we come to have a very arbitrary definition of self. That much of my activity which I feel I do. And that then doesn't include breathing most of the time. It doesn't include the heartbeats. It doesn't include the activity of the glands. It doesn't include digestion. It doesn't include how you shape your bones, circulate your blood. Do you or do you not do these things? Now, if you get with yourself and you find out that you are all of yourself, a very strange thing happens. You find that your body knows that you are one with the universe. In other words, that the so-called involuntary circulation of your blood is one continuous process with the stars shining. If you find out that it's you who circulates your blood, you will at the same moment find out that you are shining the sun. Because your physical organism is one continuous process with everything else that's going on. Just as the waves are continuous with the ocean, your body is continuous with the total energy system of the cosmos. And it's all you. Only you're playing the game that you're only this bit of it. But as I tried to explain, there are in physical reality no such things as separate events. Doesn't it really astonish you that you are this fantastically complex thing? And that you're doing all of this and you never had any education in how to do it?
What?
You never learned, but you're this miracle? Well, the point is that from a
We didn't learn how to be human.
Scientific standpoint, this organism is a continuous energy with everything else that's going on. And if I am my foot, I am the sun. Only we've got this little partial view. We've got the idea that, no, I'm just something in this body. The ego.
That's your ego.
That's a joke. The ego is nothing other than the focus of conscious attention. It's like a radar on a ship. The radar on a ship is a troubleshooter. Is there anything in the way? And conscious attention is a designed function of the brain to scan the environment, like a radar does, and note for any trouble-making changes.
That's why our ego is a curse and a blessing. A curse that can lead us to a blessing. You feel what I'm saying?
But if you identify yourself with your troubleshooter, then naturally you define yourself as being in a perpetual state of anxiety.
So you are not your ego. That's pretty much what he's saying. If you design yourself with your troubleshooter / your ego, then this is what this will cause: anxiety, a lot of things that ties down to under anxiety.
The moment we cease to identify with the ego and become aware that we are the whole organism, you realize as the first thing how harmonious it all is. Because your organism is a miracle of harmony. All this thing functioning together. Even those corpuscles and creatures that are fighting each other in the bloodstream and eating each other up. If they weren't doing that, you wouldn't be healthy. So what is discord at one level of your being is harmony at a higher level. And you begin to realize that, and you begin to be aware, too, that the discords of your life and the discords of people's life, which are...
When he says the discourse, he means like things that we, like the discourse, like our faults in life, our faulties, and you know what I'm saying? Things that we lack on, things that we slack on. I wouldn't even say, I feel like it's a lot. Things that we slack on, things that we, you know what I'm saying? Things that we may be going through in life, things that may be pain to us, trauma. It's just, like he said, a fight at one, whatever he said right there. I don't know.
One level,
but I get what he said.
At a higher level of the universe are healthy and harmonious.
Like our pain is glory and joy at a higher level. If you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. It's hard. Like when it come down to me breaking things like this down to y'all, this is my first video and I'm still learning how to, but it's like if you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't. But if you're a real one, I know you get it for sure.
And you suddenly realize that everything that you are and do is at that level as magnificent and as free of any blemish as the patterns in waves. The markings
Hey
of life.
Jaybo, hey my real ones, hey Jaybo gang. I'm just here to help people that are waking up to where we live in this matrix and this simulation. You feel what I'm saying? Because guess what? That's where we are living, and guess what? I'm just here to help people wake up and realize that's what's really going on, and stop being a bot in this fucking fake ass world.
The way a
I'm
cat
not bullshitting.
and that this world is really okay and can't be anything else because otherwise it couldn't exist.
You dig?
So then, if you awaken from this illusion, you can feel yourself not as a stranger in the world, not as something here on probation, not as something that has arrived here by fluke, but you can begin to feel your own existence as absolutely fundamental. What you are basically, deep, deep down, far, far in, is simply the fabric and structure of existence itself. So in this idea then, everybody is fundamentally
The ultimate reality.
the ultimate reality. Not God in a politically kingly sense, but God in the sense of being the self, the deep down basic
We all are one,
whatever
Jaybo
it
gang.
is.
My real ones.
And you're all that. Only you're pretending you're not.
And that's the illusion. That's the myth of this. What? That is the myth of life. The myth that keeps us trapped. We all are one, but we're pretending to be. We're pretending not to be. We're all one. No matter how you look at it, no matter how you like it, we're all one. No matter if you don't want to be, we're all one. Nobody's better than anybody else. You shit and pee the same way I do. We all shit and pee the same way. Well, not the same way, but you get what I'm saying, Jaybo gang, my real ones. Yeah. But hey, Jaybo gang, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Hey, we got the mystery of life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced, my real ones, and Jaybo gang. Hey, let's see what he got to say for the rest of this video.
Thanks for your creations is by building.
We came here to create, and hey, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Like I said, Jaybo gang. Hey, let me know if I should start dropping more of these type of videos, reactions on this channel. I'm thinking about it, but I'm definitely gonna be dropping this reaction. We got The Myth That Keeps You Trapped by Alan Watts, and shout out to After School. They commented on one of my videos before on my other channel, on my main page, my main channel, Jaybo gang. And so I decided to react to it on my second channel, the real one, Jaybo. And hey, let me know, drop down in the comments if y'all would like to see more reactions by the real one, Jaybo. And I will see y'all later, my real one / Jaybo gang. Until then, continue to take care of yourself. Keep God first. Keep, you know what I'm saying? Continue to take care of yourself. Meditate, tap in with yourself, and take care of your soul. That's all we here to do. It's to create a world that is better. But first, you have to tap in to the source. No cap. But hey, my real ones. Hey, Jaybo gang. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself. Jaybo gang, my real ones. Jaybo gang. Yeah. Hold on. I'm so used to my other intro. I'm going to see y'all later. Yeah.